I'm going to say something. I never said it before.
Tonight, Michael Jackson as you've never heard him.
And I have no reason to lie to you.
On exclusive audio tapes never heard publicly before, haunting revelations about fame.
I wanted it because I wanted to be loved.
His father.
I wish my mother back. No, Joe, you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him.
And his fears.
I just don't want to look old.
Secrets.
It made me sick when I saw it.
Surprises.
Here's my type, sure.
And even some snark.
What about jealousy from other stars?
Absolutely. And M is one of them. Madonna.
The reclusive superstar confiding in his unlikely friend, the rabbi. Did he foretell the tragedy to come?
I think that was the foremost factor in his death.
And the one thing that might have turned it all around.
You know what that would have meant to me?
The Michael Jackson tapes. Good evening and welcome to DateLine. I'm Meredith Vieira. Candlelight, quiet prayers, and family conversation. Sabbath dinner at a rabbi's home. Not exactly the place you'd expect to find the king of pop. But Michael Jackson was a friend of the man who calls himself America's rabbi, and he often confided in him. Tonight, exclusively, you'll hear tapes made with Jackson's permission of intimate conversations that reveal the secret torment of the man behind the mask. The rabbi could not speak with us tonight, the Jewish Sabbath, but he did sit down with me this week to talk about the Michael Jackson tragedy and how it haunts him still. His voice is instantly familiar.
I wanted to become such a wonderful performer that I would get love back.
But his words are so haunting.
Were for children, I would choose death.
Words of pain and torment.
Anybody else would probably be dead by now, or a junkie or something with what I've been through.
Bitterness and rivalry.
What about jealousy from other stars and things like that? Is there a lot of jealousy?
Absolutely. And M is one of them. Madonna.
And a legendary star's deepest fears.
Do you want to have a long life?
I think growing old is the ugliest thing.
I don't think Michael will ever be looked at the same after people read this book. It's impossible. There's just too much rawness and honesty of Michael in this book for anyone to ever perceive him as the same.
Tonight, for the first time, spilling out across page and on tape.
If I sharpen my craft, maybe people will love me more.
Michael Jackson in his own words. Up until now, these recordings have never been released. They're being played exclusively on NBC, along with the release today of a new book, The Michael Jackson Tapes. A tragic icon reveals his soul in intimate conversation. Author Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, a relationship expert who calls himself America's rabbi, calls it the king of pop raw, exposed like never before.
You could see that there was a woundedness to him. He wasn't very trusting. He opened up very slowly.
But one of the first questions that people might ask is did you betray his confidence in any way by releasing these tapes now after his death?
Not only have I not betrayed any confidences, Michael used to hold the tape recorders directly to his mouth. He would constantly talk to me about the book. Make sure this is in the book. He desperately wanted this out.
He counted mega celebrities like Diana Ross and Elizabeth Taylor among his closest friends. But this is Michael Jackson bluntly dissing Hollywood.
Why don't you hang out with those celebrities because Hollywood?
They love the limelight, and I don't have anything in common with them. They want to go clubbing. Afterwards, they want to sit around and drink hard liquor and do marijuana and do all kind of crazy things that I would do.
And forget the mask, the chimp, the baby dangling, and any other eccentric behavior we already know about. Here, Jackson talks openly about his oddest and saddest habits.
I needed someone. That's probably why I had the mannequins, because I felt I needed people, someone, and I was too shy to be around real people. I love them. It's like real babies and kids and people, but it makes me feel like I'm in a room with people.
Rabbi Shmuley first met Michael Jackson in 1999 and began recording their conversations a year later when Jackson was 42 years old. Theirs was an unlikely friendship, but the Orthodox rabbi had become a confidant and spiritual advisor to the King of Pop.
As we got to know each other more, I think he began to believe that I got him.
Did he see in you then, Rabbi, the opportunity to be a regular guy?
So many of us who look at Michael as strange and weird, that's not what I experienced. He never wore a mask in my presence. The kids were never veiled in my presence. Michael wasn't a celebrity for me anymore.
What did you see?
Indescribable pain. Tremendous remorse and regret.
Shmuley says Jackson, who was still reeling from 1993 sexual abuse allegations, wanted the public to hear his voice. The plan was always to publish the conversations.
Absolutely.
But why did he want that out there? Why did he want a book of the conversations?
He knew that the public was deeply suspicious of him. I think he wanted to be known as the man without a mask.
During the 9-month period when the tapes were made, the rabbi says he and Jackson were so close he considered him part of the family. Shmuley's children still have Marshmallow, the dog Jackson gave them, along with fond memories of the many Friday nights when the King of Pop joined them in Englewood, New Jersey for Sabbath dinner.
He used to tell me they were the most special evenings of his life. He would arrive at Prince in Paris. Very often his security detail would join us, and we would just sit around, and Michael would just laugh and giggle.
Prince and Paris, who were toddlers at the time, were often in tow when the tape recorders were rolling too, sometimes jumping right into the conversation.
What are you supposed to do, you know?
Oh, yeah.
If the world sees him as the strange father who cloaked his children in masks, the tapes reveal the tender dad we didn't see.
Like I say to Prince and Paris, you know why I bought you this? They said, because you love me. I said, yes, that's why I bought it. They need to know that.
The rabbi says family bonding was such a central part of his friendship with Jackson that they began working on a national campaign to promote Friday nights as family night.
A national family dinner time, because families who eat with their children, it minimizes drug use, early sexuality. There are so many benefits.
It's a dream rooted in Jackson's own childhood scars.
If there was a Children's Day when I was little, and I look at my father and say, okay, Daddy, Joseph, what are we going to do today? You know what that would have meant to me? You go, well, you want to go to the movies? That would have meant so much to me, Shmuley.
With his tears sometimes audible, the Michael Jackson you'll hear tonight comes out from behind his mask, unveiling a man few people knew or could ever comprehend.
And I'm going to say something, I've never said it before. And this is the truth, Shmuley. I have no reason to lie to you. God knows I'm telling you the truth. I think all my success and fame, and I've wanted it. I wanted it. Because I wanted to be loved. That's all.
Coming up, Michael Jackson on his painful past, opening up about the father who he claimed belittled and brutalized him.
We oil you down, so when the flip of the ironing cord hits you, which is, you know.
And then they stunned the world when they stepped out on the town. But what did Michael Jackson really think of Brooke Shields?
That was one of the loves of my life.
When the Michael Jackson tapes continues.